Welcome to Cypher Trading Academy. Here we turn knowledge into consistent profit. Over the next couple of weeks, we are going to build, mold, guide you, shape you into a profitable trader, and most importantly, help you as a person achieve financial independence. Have you ever wondered how people make money trading currencies like US dollar, British pound, euro, or most importantly, have you ever heard anybody talk about Forex? You just walk around like, yeah, Jesus, what's Forex? What's Forex? What's this? What's that? You get? And how do people even make money from this thing? In this video, I'm going to make you understand the terminologies that we use in the Forex market and what exactly is Forex and how you can make money trading Forex. What is Forex? Forex, in the very simplest term, is the buying and selling of currencies. If you've ever traveled, like you travel from Nigeria to the USA, you're not going to spend naira there. You're going to take their currency. You're going to, like, if you go to the bureau de change, you're going to give them naira and then they'll give you dollar. So that thing that you literally did there is Forex. That is just the most simplest thing. It's Forex. The most important terminologies that we use in the Forex markets, like currency pairs, PEEP, lot sizes, risk management, margin level, spread, like the most important ones. What are currency pairs? Currency pair, in the forex market, you can't just trade one currency like dollar or euro. It has to be together. So currency pairs is the combination of two currencies. You give it like dollar now against GBP, so it's going to be GBP USD. You get, the first one is the base currency, while the second one is the quote currency. Like if you have GBP USD now, the GBP is the base currency, while the USD is the quote currency. And that's just basically what currency pair is. It's just the pair together, because you can't trade one currency. The one I'm going to tell you now is PEEP movement. So what is PEEP movement? PEEP in general is the smallest movement that the market makes. Like, it's the smallest movement. Take, for instance, now you take a step. Every step that the market takes is called a PEEP. And that is what is going to determine, that is one of the factors that will determine how much you make in a trade. If you hear most of these traders like Jeffrey Benson and Happy Forex, they usually say, I made 150 pips in the market. So that 150 pips in real life scenario, it would be that I walked 150 pips. Like every step that it took was 150 pips. So in the forex market, is instead of saying the market made 50 steps, you say it did 50 pips. So now, how will this thing now determine how much that you make? Is now through the lot size and the leverage. So this is where beginners tend to get confused, because they don't understand it, and then you can blow your account when you don't use the right lot size. You use a higher lot size, and then you come and say, Jesus, Forex is a scam, or da. So I'm going to explain this in the most simplest term. You know how when you want to place a bet, when you want to place a bet, that money that you're staking, is what we call lot size in the forex market. Let's say you want to place a bet like 100 naira. That 100 naira now in the forex market is what we call lot size. So now there are three main types of lot size. We have the standard lot, the mini lot, and the macro lot. The higher your lot size is, the higher your profit and your loss. You understand? There's no how now. Let's say it works in hand now with the PEEP movements, because it's just like you cannot compare an adult step to a baby step. If a baby starts walking now, the distance now that the baby will cover in 10 steps is not the same thing that an adult will cover in 10 steps. So that is literally the difference between lot sizes. So in the forex market, one standard lot is 100,000 units. But in this stuff, this MetaTrader 5 times here, it will not show you 100,000 units. What it wants to show you is one. See, I want to enter a trade now with one lot. See. Here it shows one. It won't show you 100,000 units. So one in general is a standard lot. Then 0.10 is mini lot. Then the macro lot is the normal one that we use every day, which is 0.01. That's the 0.01. If you check this trade now, I took this trade like yesterday. The lot that I used there is 0.01. The higher your lot is, the higher your profits and the higher your loss. There's no how now. If it were to be one lot now that I used to make this trade now, what I'll be making what I'll be making on this trade now is, instead of $59 per trade that I took here, it will be $590. Yeah, and that's the same way it will be if that was a loss. You understand? So now, one thing you also have to understand that also helps your profit and loss is leverage. So now, what is leverage? Yeah, leverage now is the money that your broker will borrow you so I can be able to trade in the forex market. Yeah, you can't just trade in the forex market with your $1, your $10, your $44. Even with your $1,000, you can't trade in the forex market, like actual forex market. So now the only way that you'll be able to trade in the forex market is with what we call a broker. Broker is like your bank. Yeah, they are the bridge between you and the market. It's just like an ocean. You get to an ocean, you can't just dive into the ocean and start swimming anyhow. You won't go anywhere. But like, if there's a boat there, you enter the boat, and the boat will now carry you around the ocean. That boat now is basically what a broker is. They offer what we call leverage, and now that leverage now is the borrowed money. Say you have $100, yeah, on your broker. What it will be showing is that you have $100, but on the forex market, on the market itself, yeah, if you're using a leverage of like 1:100, what it will now be is 100 times your $100. You understand? Is this thing is denoted in ratio. So if you have $100 now, what it will be is 100 times your $100 you get. So which will now give you 10,000. So what you have now to play with now in the forex market now is $10,000. What the forex market is saying it as is that you have $10,000 instead of 100. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So the higher your leverage is, the higher your profit and the higher your loss. You just have to understand that in the forex market, anything you increase, it will increase your profit and also increase your loss. Do you understand? So if you use, like me now, the leverage now, why I was even able to enter a trade on this $44 account now is because of my leverage is 1:4,000. So my $44 now in the forex market, they are not seeing it as $44. What they are seeing it as now is $176,000. That's what they are seeing it as. That's why I was able to enter all those positions there. Which also means that if I'm taking a loss now on this trade, the loss is going to be higher. So now these are things you have to like calculate before you even enter a trade. Yeah, you have to understand, as someone that wants to start this forex, is that you have to prioritize risk management. Yeah, as a beginner, risk management is the only thing you can hold on to. You have to protect your capital by all means. Say for instance now you lose your money today, you will not be able to trade tomorrow, even if you have like a very short signal. You understand? You will not be able to trade tomorrow. So you have to prioritize protecting your capital with risk management. If you have a $1,000 account, what you're supposed to be risking per trade, yeah, is 1 or 2% of your account. But I know that all of you are human beings, generally have this tend of greed in them. So you should be risking 1 or 2% of your account. You get 1 or 2%. You have to prioritize this risk management. If not, you will cry. You would, hi God. One thing I really like about the forex market is, if you fail to prioritize risk management and you fail to follow your rules and the guidelines that have been given to you, you will cry. You will pay dearly. You will so pay dearly, and it's not like you're paying. You will pay with your money. You will lose your money. You will blow your account. Now, this is the thing. Walking into the forex market, there are things you have to understand that, okay, this is not how it is. And that's one, yeah. Forex is not gambling. It's not the same thing. If it was gambling, yeah, I will still pick it. Because this one I generally I see everything as gambling. What is the possibility that once you finish from school and then you will find a job? Is low. You understand? But the thing with Forex is that you have an advantage. You have what we call strategies, and you genuinely have an advantage. It's 70% of the time you're always correct, but all those other things now is not. There's a percentage that you are likely to be right. So I don't see it as gambling. I see it as something sure and genuine. Another thing you have to understand is that Forex is not a quick money something. It's not MMN. It's not put 2,000 and collect 2 million. It's not how they used to do it here. Yeah, it's this things take time. proper risk management, proper risking, Another thing too that you have to understand is that it's not a shortcut to wealth. It will make you wealthy, like very, very wealthy, yeah, but it's not a shortcut to wealth. You have to learn this skill, you have to understand it, you have to know that it's a long-term something. This is something that you have to invest your time into for you to get returns, for money to be flowing into your account, for financial independence. If it's that you're not willing to, look at it like that, you want to see that, okay, you want it, you're going to remain financially unstable. That is just the truth. If you want financial independence with Forex, you have to take your time with it. You have to invest your time. You have to, give it your all. You have to learn the skill. If not, you cry. Ah, God, you cry. So, yeah, I believe that you know what Forex is, what currency pairs is, and the terminologies we use. In the next video, I'm going to go into depth on strategies, how to identify the trends and everything. Thank you, and see you in the next one.